This is the Honda CMX1100 Rebel. So before we set off on this review, I just want to give a quick thank you to Norton Way Honda in Letchworth Garden City. This is going to be a real sort of first impression, a first ride of this Rebel 1100, and straight away I'm finding it very unusual because I'll be totally honest, I don't ride cruisers. So the feet placement is a bit unusual for me. Getting those feet on those pegs, quite a bit different. Now this is the DCT model. DCT stands for dual clutch transmission. Effectively it's an automatic. We don't have a clutch lever here and we don't have a gear pedal. Some of you, in fairness, may point out the fact that because it's DCT, it's not a proper motorcycle, and I appreciate that. I understand that, and I think that's a fair comment to make. I mean, you can argue that without the clutch and without the gear pedal, you're taking some of the fun away from riding a motorcycle, or what it is to ride a motorcycle. But the DCT on these Hondas are so very well engineered, they're so clever, that I can see a market for the DCT.
Powering the Rebel is this 183cc 8-valve parallel twin with 270-degree crank. Honda claim 86 brake horsepower at 7,000 rpm and 72 pound-foot of torque at 4,750 rpm. Right from the get-go, I found the engine to feel far from lazy and full of personality.
We'll pull up here and we'll do performance test, shall we? So I've put it in sport mode. Whoa! Oh my god! It yanked the front wheel up. That was oh my god! That's brutal. I want to do that again. That is brutal. Whoa! Oh my god, the traction control kicked in and cut the power. We'll try it one more time. Whoa, my don't half yank your head back. That pulls away with the utmost urgency I've ever felt on a bike. I've never felt that that amount of grip and performance, let's say from the first 0 to 30 mile an hour. You've got to be careful. That will catch somebody off guard, I'm telling you.
The Rebel 1100 is somewhat on the smaller size, as you'd may expect of a cruiser. With a total weight of 228 kilograms and a seat height of 700mm, I didn't find it overly heavy to manoeuvre or difficult to manage at a standstill. However, I did find it a little cramped, though I guess style over comfort is more important when it comes to the Rebel.
I'm quite squat on this Rebel 1100. I'm 6 foot and I'm finding that the pegs are quite high, seat's quite low, handlebars are quite high. There are times where I feel like I could or want to stretch my legs out, or you know, relax my knees a little bit, because I almost feel like I'm in a race bike position but more upright.
When it came to suspension, Honda have installed 43mm telescopic front forks, which are preload adjustable, and twin rear shocks by Showa, which are also preload adjustable.
They are on the soft side of settings, however they're a bit too soft, and I appreciate this is a cruiser. However, there's a lot of hopping and skipping going on, at speed. Oh, bump. Oh, gets me a little bit nervous. Yeah, it's slow to react in the bends. You sort of have to really entice it to get it to lean over. But then when it's leaned over, it's quite satisfying because when it hides its weight, and then as you find the exit, you've got this arm wrenching mid-range torque that I mean, it really does shift in a straight line. It honestly performs better than I expected, better than the specs suggest it does. I think it's really been tuned for, I mean, 1100cc and 86 brake horsepower doesn't seem like an awful lot of power for such a large engine, but I think it just really provides that oomph low down and right across the mid-range.
Interestingly, when it came to brakes, Honda, most likely to help keep costs down, opted for a single 330mm floating disc with single radially mounted 4-pot caliper.
Now we'll do a braking test here. 60 miles an hour. Oh, a lot of ABS interference there on the front and the rear. Right, let's see how quick it goes to 60 and back to 0. When you treat the Rebel like a cruiser, it is ever so refined. It feels a solid, put together machine. And actually, I don't want to get anywhere in a hurry. I want to ride it round lazily and just take in all of the sights. Though, in some instances, the suspension, the chassis, it just feels a little bit busy. This for me is where the Rebel 1100 feels at home, cruising along on a straight bit of road.
So what's my verdict then? The Honda Rebel 1100 is a motorcycle that manages to deliver many positives. One of the standout features is its engine. The torquey parallel twin delivers an impressive amount of low end grunt, providing riders with a thrilling and engaging ride. Whether you're navigating city streets or cruising on the highway, the engine's performance never fails to put a smile on your face. In terms of handling, the Rebel 1100 is a surprisingly effortless bike to ride. It weaves through bends and manoeuvres around tight corners like a smaller bike. This agility adds to the overall enjoyment of riding the bike, making it a fantastic option for both experienced riders and those new to motorcycling. However, one aspect that may not suit everyone is the seating position. The Rebel 1100 seating doesn't prioritise comfort, which might be a drawback for riders who prefer long distance journeys or have specific ergonomic requirements. However, for shorter riders or urban commuting, the seating position is still manageable. In summary, the Honda Rebel 1100 is a simple yet somehow brilliant motorcycle that offers a torquey and characterful engine coupled with compact and light handling. It may show signs of being built to a budget in some areas, and the seating position might not cater to those seeking ultimate comfort, but it does remain a highly enjoyable and engaging bike to ride, and certainly left me positively surprised.